Okay, so I wanted to create this video impromptu. I haven't planned it. I saw your question right there on Quora, and here's a completely impromptu speech. I don't know what I'm gonna say, or let's see what's gonna come out of it. So, but I've done this many, many times. Look, I've done over 1,000 live events locally, internationally. I spoke in Canada, America, Dubai, South Africa, hundreds of webinars, master classes. So for me, it becomes easier, but I want to teach you that can be easy for you as well. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about anything. What do I have here? I have the light, I have the microphone, I have the cable, I have the tripod stand, I have the charger. There's a tripod for the phone. There's a blue phone right there. I have the blinds. I have the pool right there in my yard. I have some people passing by. I have the doors. I have the green screen. And I have the roof. And I have my jacket. And I have my shirt, which is blue. And I have this goatee and funny accent. And I'm a bald guy. And gotta tell you something: the less hair you have, more money you make. Now, how do you start a speech when you don't know what you're gonna say? Think about everything what I just said and find something that you can connect with that. Microphone, right? I've done hundreds of live events, podcasts. I'm a co-founder of the podcast Millionaire Speakers, where I interview politicians, executives, entrepreneurs. I train lots of them to become better speakers. So lots of time when I interview them, they don't even know how to use the microphone. So now this comes from my own experience, right? What can I connect this microphone with? Is there a story? First thing that I think about the microphone, what's going to come in your mind, right? I just remember this politician who was doing the interview in my podcast. Oh, great. And also another occasion, there was another great coach friend of mine, and we had a great chat, 30, 45 minutes. He was talking about this. It's not about the microphone anymore. It's about that coach. I instantly connected to that person that brought me this microphone in my head, right? You want to talk about the light? Well, how many times you wake up and you just needed light? You're just in that room full of darkness. You see, my first impression is that light is when I sleep at night, there's no light, right? First thing came to my mind. I could talk about light in so many ways. How many times you're driving at night and then you needed the light, and all of a sudden that somehow ended up being what you've been asking for, a bit of a light on the road from your car to give you that light at the end of the tunnel. Isn't that what the life is? Sometimes you just need a bit of a light in front of you to take you to your final destination. See, it's not about light anymore. It's about the message of what the light is. Let's talk about the tripod. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but hey, how many times you've been in a place where you needed a tripod? I have my phone. There's nobody around. Where do I put it? Fall keeps falling down. Well, happen to have this amazing tripod. And here's a story, by the way. When I was in the Caribbean and I traveled to more than 40 countries in the world, and one of the great places was St. Thomas, Caribbean. Absolutely amazing place. Hot and warm. Even I got a bit of a tan. You see, I'm connecting everything. It's not even about the tripod anymore. It's a story about St. Thomas, 40 countries that I travel. I even got a tan. You even forget about the tripod, but this becomes a journey. Everything is the story at the end of the day. Every single object, subject, topic has a story. Everything. Literally, everything is connected to something that's meaningful to you. I have my own stories, you have your own stories. So all you have to do, if you caught unprepared on the stage, impromptu, right? What I talk about, find something that moment resonates with you, with your story, the moments of your life, and could be the moments of someone else's life. Hey, did you guys know I wrote 9 books? One of them endorsed by Tony Robbins. Well, that book was number one on Amazon, Cracking the Rich Code, Volume 7. I'm not telling you all these things to impress you, but I always wanted to have some kind of a connection with Tony Robbins because all our speakers were inspired to be on that scale level. And all of a sudden, I had this opportunity and I took it. And years down the line, today I'm training politicians, executives. You see, there's always something. There's always a story. You just need to connect these moments of your story in the right pace so that at the end of the day, there's a clear outcome and message that you want to deliver to your audience. Whether you're talking to kids, whether you're talking to politicians, bankers, entrepreneurs, aspiring speakers, everybody has a story that can connect with them, right? I can talk about from back in the days when I was a kid, I was bullied. A lot of times I have these big glasses, hair was with a gel. I was just a good kid, but I was bullied all the time. So for me, how do I overcome bullying? I started telling jokes. When people wanted to punch me, I started getting all goofy and funny, and all of a sudden they wouldn't punch me anymore. They'll be laughing at my jokes. Ah, that's my defense mechanism. And I'm teaching this to school, to kids in school when I speak in schools. When I talk about entrepreneurs, I can talk about how I built my business to 7 and 8 figures and have some of them fails. I can talk about the time when I didn't even have money to cover payroll for my staff, but I can also talk about what did I learn from that experience, and here's the lessons how I overcome and did it again and again. And today I'm running several businesses to 7 and 8 figures. See, story, lesson. But this is the journey that I learned, and that's why people hire me, pay me big bucks to train people who need help with their story and delivery, who need help with marketing and to build their business to 7 and 8 figures like I did because I've done it. And guess what? You can do the same thing. So hopefully this helped you somehow. And if you need any help, there's going to be a link right there in this video, below, above, around. Click on it. I would like to offer you a complimentary coaching call just to see a bit more about you and your story. And let's see how far we can grow. Because, yes, you do have a powerful story. Maybe you don't know it as yet, but let's see how do we get it out there and help you become a better person. All the best to you, and keep sharing, keep learning. Life never stops teaching. Take care.